Before medicine had a name, before healing could be explained, there were plants. Used not only for the body, but for something more. They were gathered with intention, prepared with care, and passed from one generation to the next. Some were used to protect, some to restore, and others for things that were never fully spoken. They became part of rituals, beliefs, and a world where nature was not separate, but deeply connected to the unseen. These are not just herbs, they are fragments of something older, something remembered through time. Basil. Quiet in appearance, yet once considered sacred. It became associated with protection and with something held in high regard. In many homes, it was not simply grown, it was placed with intention. Near entrances, windows, thresholds, places where energy was believed to pass. It was not only a plant, it was a presence. And while some were kept to guard the physical space, others were turned to for what happens beyond waking. Mugwort. A plant not of the day, but of the night. It became known for its connection to dreams. Used by those seeking vision, guidance, and something deeper. It was said that placed near the bed, it could open the mind. Dreams became clearer, stronger sometimes, more than just dreams. And from what is seen in sleep, people began to seek something that could guide and protect even further. Angelica. Its name carried meaning, and its presence became linked to protection and something beyond the ordinary. In uncertain times, it was not simply used, it was trusted, carried, placed, kept close, believed to create a boundary between the person and harm. Not just physical, but unseen. And as protection surrounded the individual, attention began to shift toward connection between people. Lovage. Quiet, yet intriguing. It became associated with attraction and closeness. Used in rituals, prepared with intention, it was believed to draw others nearer. Not only in presence, but in feeling. A subtle pull, not easily explained. And from connection came a need to maintain balance and warmth. Allspice. Familiar, yet once seen differently. It was used in ways that went beyond flavor. Associated with warmth, focus, and inner steadiness. Something grounding, something that held quiet strength. And from that inner steadiness, the need arose to clear what no longer belonged. Juniper berries. They were never just berries. They were burned, their smoke rising slowly, filling spaces. It was believed this could cleanse not only the air, but the energy of a place. Rooms, homes, gatherings, cleared, reset, renewed. And once space was cleared, attention turned to what could be brought in. Fenugreek. Small, almost unnoticeable, yet deeply symbolic. It became linked to abundance, to growth, to stability. Kept close, placed with intention, believed to attract what was needed. A quiet reminder that even the smallest things can influence something greater. And with growth came the need to slow and restore. Valerian, known for calm, but understood as something deeper. Used in moments of restlessness or imbalance, it became associated with easing not only the body, but the state of being. A quiet stillness returning where it was needed most. And from calm emerged awareness of what must still be protected. Rue, not taken lightly, respected, and sometimes feared. It became known for protection, used to guard against negativity, against forces that could not be seen. Carried, placed, used with intention. A shield, strong, uncompromising. And after protection comes the final step. Hyssop, one of the oldest, associated with cleansing, purity, and renewal. Used in sacred practices, it symbolized the removal of what no longer belongs. Not only physically, but deeply. A clearing, a beginning again. And so, the foundation begins to reveal itself, not through science, not through certainty, but through belief, through ritual, through symbolism, and through the quiet relationship between people and plants. These herbs were never gathered casually. They were carried, placed beside doorways, burned within sacred spaces, kept near the bed, prepared carefully with intention. Some became connected to protection, others to cleansing, to dreams, to attraction, and to forces that could not easily be explained. A world where nature was never separate from mystery, where healing was understood as something deeper than the body alone. These plants became part of memory, part of tradition, part of stories, passed carefully from one generation to the next. Not because every answer was known, but because something within them continued to feel meaningful. And once sacred meaning begins to take root, the journey slowly moves elsewhere, toward restoration, toward comfort, toward balance, toward the plants connected not only to mystery, but to the quiet processes of returning to what was once lost.